Hello, it's Stuart, the Unrepentant Atheist, and on the line with Matt Dillahunty and Jimmy Snow, we've got Isaac calling in, and I've gone straight to the point where he's being asked about his belief in God, so we're going to go to that.
Why do you believe in God?
Because it's a useful construct to me.
Ooh, so you don't believe
cool.
in God. You cosplay a belief in God for its utility?
So, I choose to believe in God, and I know that that's a contentious statement, but
you can't.
That is contentious. You cannot. So, believing in God means that you are convinced that God is real.
Yes.
Okay. You aren't convinced of something by a choice. You're convinced for reasons. And when you say, I believe in God because I find it a useful construct.
For a reason.
Wait, Isaac. Let Matt finish.
When you say, I believe in God because I find it to be a useful construct, that is not equivalent to, I believe God is real. Calling God a useful construct doesn't mean that you believe in a God that is a real God.
Mm-hmm.
So which is it? Do you believe that there's actually a God, or do you believe that God is a useful construct?
Doesn't this come to what Jordan Peterson was saying, that you could believe in God as the kind of symbolic foundation, top of the pyramid, or the foundation of reason and morality? It's a useful construct that Jordan Peterson, as I've discussed before, is not a true theist. He kind of mimics belief because it's useful. We need some kind of foundation for everything which we've got, all our reason, morality, etc.
I believe that God exists for the things that I have been able to achieve with that belief. And to the outside world, there's no distinction between me simply believing that a God exists and me using God as a mental construct to achieve some goal.
I didn't. So, wow. You have both claimed that you believe that God is real, that there is an existing, an extant agent actor, and that God is a useful construct. I don't care about the useful construct. Yes. I want to know what evidence, what reason you have to be convinced that there is an agent actor God.
I think what I took from what Isaac said is that he doesn't in fact believe that there is a real God. It's just, as he said it on more than one occasion, it's a mental construct that he's created for himself to help him in life.
That's not a thing that translates to other people is the problem.
Isaac, would you agree then?
I'm agnostic.
Isaac, would you agree that you don't have a good reason anyone besides you should believe?
Yeah, did you hear what he said? It kind of got lost in all the crosstalk. He said that he's agnostic, which to a lot of people means that he's sitting on the fence, that he sort of neither believes nor disbelieves in reality, or he doesn't know that a God exists. The kind of street use of the word agnostic is a bit of a fudge. It means that you're sitting on the fence, but he's created this construct in his head, and he doesn't actually believe in a God as such. He hasn't as an external agent. It's just something which is in his mind.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
Okay, and which God do you believe in? Do you follow one of the?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
Well, he says it's a loaded question. I suppose I would take that to mean that he doesn't believe in any of the gods of any of the religions, that this mental construct is his own.
You participate in Christianity? Do you participate in Judaism?
It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
No.
It's so frustrating to be like, I believe in a God, but this doesn't translate to anybody else. That is the definition of self-delusion. How many other things do you believe?
Yeah. If you
how many other things do you how many other things do you believe that can't translate to other people? How many other esoteric beliefs do you have?
Not many.
Not many. Why would you have
that's the only one.
any? Why would you have any? Do you not care whether or not your beliefs are true?
In that particular case, I actually don't.
Oof.
Okay.
Oof.
I don't.
Well, it shouldn't be a surprise. It should not be a surprise because he's not said that he believes in an external agent.
I don't care what you think about God. Sorry.
Isaac, I want to put it kindly because when people hear words like, wait a second, Isaac, when people use words like
I'm
arrogance,
aware of what fucking rights I have.
Isaac, I want to put this kindly and make sure you understand that when I'm using.
Okay, I'm going to skip through what Jimmy's got to say now because he's quite verbose with it, and I'll come in a moment. Okay, so Jimmy has just accused Isaac of being extremely arrogant because out of all the billions of people who've existed and believed in a God, he's saying he's the only one who's got the one true God. So let's just see what his response is.
If I may.
Yeah, you may.
That assumes that I'm under the impression that I have a particular God in mind and that is the correct belief. I only believe in the aspects of God that relate directly to me.
You do?
Hello, okay, sorry about that. I had some technical issues with completing that video, so I've switched to this format. Just to comment on the way it went, so both Matt and Jimmy were accusing him of gross arrogance on the basis that he was claiming to be in possession of belief of the one of his own true God. I think that I don't think it was correct to accuse him of being arrogant for the simple reason that, as he said, he's not claiming that he is actually saying that his God is the one true God. He's not claiming, and he's not saying to Christians and Jews and Muslims that your God is false, that you're believing in the wrong God. He's already said and admitted that his God is simply a mental construct which he finds useful in his life. And I actually have to agree with the caller. I don't think it's arrogant. I think that Jimmy and Matt sometimes, they sometimes interpret a caller's point in a way that lends the greatest outrage and allows them to get the most emotional about these types of things. I don't really think they listen carefully to what he was saying. They kind of both lost it. I honestly don't believe that this guy is being arrogant at all. I think he's being weak. I think that he's kind of doing something which is unnecessary, but I suppose if he finds it useful, then in some strange kind of way, it's necessary for him. But I gather from what he's saying, he calls himself an agnostic, which a lot of atheists actually call themselves agnostics. And it sounds to me like really he doesn't really believe in an external God. In that sense, he's an atheist. He's created a God for himself, a construct, in the same way that Jordan Peterson uses the term God or the concept God to serve as a foundation for morality and everything else in life. I don't believe it's arrogant. So I think that both Jimmy and Matt called it wrong this time, and I haven't noticed them getting any criticism in the comments on that particular page. So obviously, I suppose that people will disagree with me. But anyway, that's my point of view, and I would be very interested to know what you think. But it's clear to me Matt and Jimmy don't always get it right. They normally do. Well, forget Jimmy. I'm no great fan of his. In my opinion, Matt nearly always gets it right, but I think this time he called it wrong. Okay, bye for now.